Good morning, friends. My name is Crystal, and if you're new here, I am filming from Zone 8B in the Pacific Northwest. You know, I'm waiting for garden seasoning so patiently, and not really sure what to do with my time until then, so I've just been trying so many new things. If you've been watching along recently, I have been, making homestead pantry essentials and fruit leathers and dehydrating fruit and making sourdough and all the fun things. And I made sauerkraut for the first time. That was fun. So I wanted to try something else that's new to me today, and I want to learn how to make homemade pasta, or pasta, however you say it where you live, pasta. And I'm super excited because I was able to get my hands on my Oma's pasta maker, her hand crank pasta maker. So I'm going to borrow that, and I'm so excited to try this for the first time. However, we're leaving the country tonight, so I don't want to leave them out drying for days unattended. So I'm going to actually throw them into the Excalibur dehydrator to get them dehydrated quickly, and then hopefully get them all jarred up before the end of today. So maybe that's a little bit ambitious. We're going to make a whole bunch of pasta and get it put away by the end of the day, but we'll see. It's nice and early still, so maybe we have some time. So the pasta maker I'm using is a nice little vintage looking hand crank pasta maker. Every time I watch a video of somebody making pasta, they have like the nice attachment on their KitchenAid, and I have a KitchenAid stand mixer too. I don't have the attachment. So I'm going to use this, and I am just so excited to see how I'm supposed to manipulate this dough coming out of the hand crank machine while using the hand crank. So this might not be my best go, but anyway, I'm super excited because I love pasta, but I've never ever had fresh pasta before, so I'm excited. I might not be able to help myself. I might actually make myself a little something for lunch or early dinner, so I can try it without it being dehydrated. I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, do you guys want to see something cool? Welcome to the grow zone. It's not really good to see, but nasturtiums and marigolds. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. All my stuff is growing now, so it's like getting close to gardening season. All my garlic, I can see it popping out in the garden beds from here. That's so cool. All my tulips are coming up. So excited. So yeah, I'm gonna go tie my hair up and wash my hands, and I will be back. Okay, all cleaned up. So I'm following a Preppy Kitchen pasta dough recipe. I trust Preppy. I can't remember his name right now, but I trust him. He's always got really good recipes, and they're very clear. And he wouldn't put out anything that's not good. So I'm following his recipe, and I'm hoping it's going to turn out. I'm using all-purpose flour, sort of the double zero or whatever flour it is. I'm using all-purpose, and I have already pre-weighed out my dough, or out my flour, because I wasn't sure if I even had enough to do this video. Not only did I have enough, I had enough to double a recipe. So we're gonna make twice as much. Might as well make a bunch if you're just gonna dehydrate it and store it anyways. So yeah, decided to do a double recipe. So why don't I bring you guys in and we can get started. So over here, I've put this guy on my counter. Unfortunately, my counter doesn't have enough of an overhang, so I had to take a drawer out in order to secure it properly so I can still rotate it without it tipping. I will link the Preppy Kitchen pasta dough recipe in the description below if you want to see it. So using a clean countertop, you're just going to take 240 grams of all-purpose flour. I'm doubling that, so I have 480, and you just throw it on the counter. Make a mess. It's gonna make a little well. Makes me nervous. Makes me nervous. And then 3 eggs. I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm going to use 6. I honestly might just crack them in here first, because I am so bad at cracking eggs. It's my kryptonite. 6 eggs. Wow. Don't. Okay, and then I need 2 tablespoons of olive oil and half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, so I'm doubling the recipe, so a half a teaspoon becomes a full teaspoon. Doubling the recipe, so 1 tablespoon becomes, oh no! We're really learning today, so my well broke and a dam of eggs just overflowed. Awesome. Preppy didn't show that. He did say it got harder the more you increased the recipe, so I guess that was oh my gosh, all I had left was 2 tablespoons. Jinkies. Okay, that's everything. 480 grams of flour, 6 eggs, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and a teaspoon of salt. And a lot of trouble. Let's start. Bringing in the big guns. Let's do it. Okay, so I got the flour incorporated with the eggs. Got a nice dough ball over here. I'm going to have to use my hands to roll it out for the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to throw on a time lapse and I'm going to listen to some music to help me get through 15 minutes of doing the same task. Ah! Okay, this guy is good. It's got some elasticity when I poke it. I have kneaded it for probably 15 minutes. I'm going to cover it and let it sit for an hour. This is beeswax wrap. Which I love. And I'll see you in an hour. Just stopping for a little lunch break. This is leftover cranberry juice that I canned. I added some lime juice and ginger beer. This is like a lemon spring mix salad. Pretty good. I don't know if I told you guys where I was going. We are leaving tonight to cross the border. And I actually won a contest from Epic Gardening to go see them speak at a convention. So we're gonna go do that, but we're making a whole weekend out of it because it's like a 2-hour drive. So we're gonna go just explore the area and have some fun. And I'm hoping to vlog it, maybe. So we'll see. That's why I'm trying to get this pasta in the dehydrator soon. Okay, it's been an hour, so let's get to it. Got my pasta maker moved over to this one instead, and we're gonna give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna cut this into maybe quarters or so. I don't know. I'm not really entirely sure what I should be working with. I don't want to work with too much since I'm new, and I don't want it to be too hard on myself. The goal is to not hate doing this. Okay, and then, so I guess I can move these guys out of the way. I got my semolina here, just in case. So I will throw this into a little square or so. This is on the biggest setting. Is it? Is it though? Yes, it definitely was. Okay. I'm doing it. That is really cool. Wow. Ooh, how fun. It's happening. Oh my goodness. They are not cutting. What? Okay, so the first pass didn't go so great. I got some fettuccine. I wanted to make fettuccine. But they're kind of not separating very well. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. They're not separating very well. I feel like once they're dry, they might just break and be fine, but I tried to separate them as much as I could, but they're just giving me some problems. When I look at the attachment, it kind of looks like one of the rollers is a little bit wonky, so when it rolls, it kind of fluctuates between having too much space between. So that might be the problem. I want to try one more time because I feel like if I put some pressure on the front, it might stop that from happening. This time doesn't work out. I'll probably switch to the spaghetti attachment instead. Okay, try that again. Okay, let's try fettuccine one more time. so what I want to do is sort of push this in. I think that did better. Oh, maybe not. Darn. Okay, maybe my pasta maker is just a little bit too old. Okay, so the spaghetti maker attachment went better than the fettuccine. So, I'll show you guys with this one. I think I still need to go down to 1 on this one. It's giving me a lot of grief now, trying to keep it straight. They're kind of wrinkly and stuff now, but I'm trying my best. See, these ones are coming apart a lot easier. Beautiful. I'm starting to have this thought that maybe that's why they're coming out in these sheets, so they're super easy to like dry. I don't know, because I feel like these ones are gonna dry and be kind of strange. You guys let me know in the comments. Am I doing something wrong? I'm not sure. I think because these are splitting better, I'll keep going with these, but I'll try to keep like more neat and tidy and keep them in nice flat rows going forward. And yeah, I was gonna do like pasta nests and try to dehydrate them, but I don't know how that's gonna turn out. I suppose I could try it for like one of them and see how it goes. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I turn this one into a little pasta nest. I'll dehydrate that like that and see if it fully dehydrates. I'm just worried because there's so much it's like stuck together. Okay, so I took some time to crank through all of the pasta dough. I ran an assembly line, essentially doing all of them each like level of the pasta maker, so I didn't have to keep changing it. This machine I have is a little bit finicky, as you saw, so it was hard to turn the dial. So I was just switching it, whoops, like just once, and then doing all the dough. And then I stuck with doing the spaghetti noodles because they actually seem to be cutting a bit better. And then I've got 7 out of 9 of the Excalibur trays full of pasta, kind of like this. Everything's put back together. Yeah, it went pretty well. So I'm going to throw these in the Excalibur for 2 to 4 hours. And it's going to be set at 135 degrees. So 135 degrees for 2 or so hours. And yeah, I guess we'll see how they taste another day. I am going to probably keep the pasta inside of this big jar here, just because they're so tall. I was trying to think of something that would work. Anyway, so I'm going to go throw these in the Excalibur to get dehydrating so that we can get out of here soon to go on a trip. And you guys can stay tuned and keep an eye open for the epic gardening vlog road trip thing that I'm going to do. Anywho, thank you for stopping by and watching as I tried to make pasta. As always, your likes, shares, and subscribes mean the world to me. So for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.